Hello folks, welcome back to another video. Thanks for tuning in today for this video. Several years ago I did a video of a product called the Blizzard Survival Blanket. I'll put a link in up here. And basically what this blanket, it's a survival blanket, and it's manufactured by a company called Blizzard, and they're manufactured over in the United Kingdom, over in England. And the military over there and whatnot has been using those type of blankets for many years. So I was able to pick one up. A company in the U.S., the distributor in the U.S., Persa Systems, they're out in Texas, I believe. I was actually able to get one from them and test it out. Now, if you go back and watch that video, it was pretty cold that day when I was out doing that video, and I let myself get really cold before I got in there. And I said in that video, that blanket is by far, or not the blanket, the bag is by far the best bag that I've ever tested, ever used, and I would highly recommend that bag for a survival kit for like an aircraft or a car or whatnot, or for search and rescue teams. It is a little bit big, but I highly recommend. That is by far the best one I've ever tried. And so my friends over at 5 Call Survival Supply, there's a new one out now, and this is called the Blizzard Rescue Jacket. Now, this just come out fairly recently from Blizzard. And my friends over at 5 Call Survival Supply, they're carrying this now. So they sent this one out to me to try out and to show you today. It comes in 2 different colors, just like the bag did. It comes in a green, as you can see here, and an orange. And again, this is the Rescue Jacket. Now, I'll put links down below where you can go to 5 Call and check them out. I'll also put links over to Persis Med where you can check them out too. But this looks pretty cool. This looks to be probably a little bit better, a little bit more versatile than the actual bag itself. So we'll open this thing up here and check it out. For weight wise, it's about 480 grams. So not real heavy. And for, I mean, the package size, if any of you are old enough to remember a VHS tape, the old VHS before we came out with DVDs and stuff, we had VHS. This is pretty much the exact size as a VHS tape. So you're looking at about 1.5 to 2 inches in thickness by probably 8 inches long by 4 inches wide. So not very big package, but definitely not something you're going to backpack with for necessarily. So let's open this up and check this blanket out. Unfortunately, it's not really cold today. I wanted to get out here and do this when it was really cold, but unfortunately it's not very cold. So, but if this is anything like the bag, I'm going to be hot in it anyway. So, but anyway, let's check it out. I'll be right back. I want to mention a thing really quick. First of all, you can see right here it comes in this nice plastic bag, completely waterproof. You have a pull, you have a little red tab right here. You can tell right there, it did have a little red tab right there that has a little indentation cut out on it, so you can just rip it open. So let's rip it open here. Alright, rip it open, take it out of the bag, or out of the packaging. Alright, I'm going to reposition the camera and we're going to open this up and put it on. Alright, I hope you're going to be able to see me well. Pretty much only going to get about 1 take to do this, because once you unwrap this thing, if it's anything like the bag, obviously they're not going to go back down to how it's wrapped up. So, nice little compact package. The sun is right here, so it's like blaring right on me, so I can barely see the camera lens. So I hope this is going to come out alright. So let's get to it. So basically you're just going to unwrap it. Unroll it. And this is loud like your normal Mylar type bags. It's loud. And it's made out of a Mylar type material, and it has like chambers in it that captures the heat and the air. So, looks like there's an armhole there. Alright. So in order to save some time, I'm going to speed this up, and we'll come right back. Okay, well, here I am. It's all right. Can't really hear with all this moving around. So on the arms here, they did have some shock cord in there, so they do hold around your arms. The legs, I'm 6 foot tall, and this goes down below my legs. It does have some drawstring at the bottom there where you can cinch it up really good. As you can tell, you put it on like a jacket, obviously. It has Velcro going all the way down, really heavy duty Velcro. It goes all the way down, and you can just basically Velcro yourself up in here. And yeah, this thing, I'm already getting pretty warm in here. Definitely quite interesting. Again, like with the survival bag, now I don't have this thing all the way open yet, as you can tell. Probably if I really open this thing all the way up, I'd be sweating even more than what I already am in here. And right now the temperature out here is about 50 degrees, so it's not cold, but it's not real hot. Inside of this thing, I wish I had a thermometer. My arms are already sweating. I mean, I can literally feel wetness coming off my arms. So that should tell you something already. Alright, so let me take this thing off because I really can't hear because it is pretty loud. So let me take this thing off and I'll come right back with you and we'll talk about some other features and stuff and some final thoughts about this thing. I'll be right back. Alright, well, that was a quick little test. And like I said before, I already kind of knew how that thing was going to perform anyway because I've already checked out the survival bag. That jacket, no doubt in my mind, will save lives. It's already starting to be used and whatnot. I would definitely recommend it. It's not that expensive, but it's not cheap either. It's not your cheap $10 Mylar bag or Mylar jacket or anything like that. Yeah, this is made out of a Mylar type material, but it's not cheaply made and it's not cheap by no means. It is very loud. As I said, if I'm trying to talk to you and whatnot, I couldn't hear at all. It's very loud, which most Mylar is. Now this, again, it's the Mylar that it's made out of. It's got like a hollow foil type material in it, so it captures air inside of there. It keeps you warmer. Now, I don't know if you can tell. You probably can't really on the camera because, again, the sun's right here. My shirt is wet in some spots. I was in that bag for probably, or the jacket for probably 10 minutes. I was sweating like crazy. I mean, I have to let it air out now before I can try to wrap it back up. So, again, for bikers, maybe you're an adventure biker and you want something fairly small. I mean, it'd fit on a bike. Fairly small, compact, you can put on there and that way, if you don't want to carry a tarp or anything like that for an emergency shelter or whatnot, that's definitely something to look into. Again, for aircraft, bush pilots and whatnot. If I was a pilot in Alaska, hell, if I was in Alaska, period, in the wintertime, I would definitely have one of these in my kit as well. Don't take up a whole lot of room. It's not a whole lot of weight, and I dang sure would have one of those in there. Because, again, there's no doubt in my mind that's going to save somebody's life, maybe your life one day. So I really I think I like the jacket better than I do the bag, because the jacket, again, is more versatile. So the jacket, you can stretch it down over your feet too. It's like if you bundle up against a tree, you can stretch it down over your feet, cinch it up really good, and you can use it as a blanket. And I like it because you can also walk in it. Now, you're not going to be able to hear anything that's going on around you if you're walking in it, but if you need to walk or you need to move, you can do that because, your feet are exposed. So, again, I definitely recommend it. It's pretty much a one-time use type thing. However, since I really didn't use it a whole lot and I didn't lay out here in the ground with it for overnight or whatnot, it's still usable. I can still use this thing again, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to pack it back down. I'm going to vacuum seal it back up with my vacuum sealer at the house. But anyway, bottom line is, I've said it already, definitely worth checking out. All the Blizzard survival products, in my opinion, highly recommend them. I can't say that enough. So check out my friends down at 5 Call Survival Supply. I'll put a link down below. They're one of the suppliers in the US for this and some other Blizzard Survival products. And again, folks, you know, testing on a video, always remember your PPE, plan, prepare, and exercise. Always make sure you have the necessary skills to survive. And also have the necessary skills to survive. Sometimes you may need the necessary tools as well. And this jacket is a good tool to have in your toolbox for a survival type situation. So maybe next winter, if it ever gets cold again, we'll take this thing out and I'll do an overnighter with this if it gets cold enough. I mean, there's really no sense in doing it right now because it's just not going to get cold enough. But stay tuned for that video. This will be a long-term review of it, and we'll do that later on. Do a long-term and do an overnighter with it, and we'll really show you how well it really works. So thanks again, folks, and please like, share, and subscribe. Click the little bell button down below so you get some notifications, and I'll see you real soon on another video. About the best I can do out here in the woods. As you can tell, it's pretty huge.